Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Escaping quotes in SOQL strings, a comprehensive guide. When working with SOQL, Salesforce Object Query Language, you'll often need to incorporate strings within your queries. These strings might represent names, addresses, or other textual data that you want to filter or compare against. However, because SOQL uses single quotes to delimit string literals, directly including single quotes within your string can lead to syntax errors and unexpected query behavior. That's where escaping comes in. This tutorial covers the different scenarios you'll encounter, the correct methods for escaping single quotes in SOQL, and best practices for building robust and secure SOQL queries. We'll provide code examples in Apex to illustrate the concepts. Why escaping is necessary. SOQL interprets a single quote as the beginning or end of a string literal. If you have a string containing a single quote, example O'Reilly, SOQL will prematurely terminate the string, leading to syntax errors or potentially returning incorrect results. Let's look at a simple example to demonstrate the problem. In the example above, the account name contains a single quote. The SOQL string is built using string concatenation. The problem arises when SOQL sees the first single quote in O'Reilly. It interprets it as the end of the string literal O, leaving the rest of the string as invalid syntax. The SOQL interpreter gets confused, and an exception is thrown. This is why escaping is crucial. Methods for escaping single quotes in SOQL. There are primarily two ways to properly escape single quotes within SOQL string literals. One, escaping with another single quote asterisk. This is the standard and most widely used method. To represent a single quote within a string literal in SOQL, you replace each single quote with two single quotes. 2. Using string.escape single quotes. In Apex asterisk, this method is available in Apex and provides a convenient and safe way to escape single quotes within strings that will be used in SOQL queries. Let's look at each method in detail with examples. 1. Escaping with two single quotes. The core principle is to double the single quote. So, O'Reilly becomes O'Reilly. Let's rewrite the previous example using this approach. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk account name dot replace, backslash, backslash backslash, this is the crucial part. We use the replace method of the string class to find all occurrences of a single quote, and replace them with two single quotes. Asterisk escaped account name, this variable now holds the properly escaped string, O'Reilly and Associates. Asterisk concatenation asterisk, the escaped string is then concatenated into the SOQL query. This approach works correctly because SOQL interprets two consecutive single quotes within a string literal as a single quote character. Important considerations for double single quotes asterisk. Asterisk clarity asterisk, while functional, directly embedding in your code can sometimes be less readable, especially with complex strings. The string.escape single quotes method, explained next, offers better clarity in many cases. Asterisk multiple quotes asterisk, if your string contains multiple single quotes, you'll need to replace each one with two single quotes. 2. Using string.escape single quotes in Apex. Apex provides a built-in method, string.escape single quotes, designed explicitly for escaping single quotes for use in SOQL queries. This method simplifies the process and improves code readability. Here's how to use it. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk string.escape single quotes, account name, this line calls the static method escape single quotes, on the string class, passing in the account name string. The method returns a new string with all single quotes properly escaped. Asterisk the rest of the code is the same as before, concatenating the escaped string into the SOQL query. Advantages of string.escape single quotes, asterisk. Asterisk readability asterisk improves code readability compared to manually replacing single quotes with. Asterisk convenience asterisk simplifies the escaping process, especially for strings with multiple single quotes. Asterisk robustness asterisk handles edge cases and ensures proper escaping. Choosing the right method. Both methods are valid for escaping single quotes in SOQL. Here's a guideline for when to use each. Asterisk string.escape single quotes, this is generally the preferred method. It's cleaner, more readable, and less prone to errors, especially when dealing with complex strings. It is also generally the recommended method by Salesforce development best practices. Asterisk double single quotes, you might use this method in older code bases where string.escape single quotes wasn't available, or in situations where you need more granular control over the escaping process, though this is rare. Also, understand that this is what the escape single quotes method is doing under the hood, so it isn't wrong. Important security considerations, SOQL injection prevention. While escaping single quotes prevents syntax errors, it does not protect your application from SOQL injection vulnerabilities. SOQL injection is a security flaw where malicious users can manipulate SOQL queries by injecting arbitrary SOQL code into your string literals. Example of a SOQL injection vulnerability asterisk. Imagine you're building a search feature where users can enter an account name to find matching accounts. If a malicious user enters the following input into the account name parameter, the resulting SOQL query becomes. This query effectively retrieves all accounts in your organization, bypassing the intended search criteria. Even worse, an attacker could craft more sophisticated injection attacks to potentially modify data, escalate privileges, or perform other unauthorized actions. The solution: use bind variables. The only reliable way to prevent SOQL injection is to use bind variables. Bind variables allow you to pass user-supplied data to your SOQL queries without directly embedding the data into the query string. The platform then properly handles escaping and enforces security, preventing injection attacks. Here's how to rewrite the previous example using bind variables. Explanation asterisk. Asterisk account name, this is the bind variable. It acts as a placeholder in the SOQL query. Asterisk map string, object account name equals safe search term, this is a map that associates the bind variable name, account name, with the value you want to substitute into the query, the safe search term. Salesforce handles the necessary escaping of the user input when binding it to the variable. Asterisk database.query, SOQL query, bind variables, the database.query method is overloaded to accept a SOQL query string and a map of bind variables. Key advantages of bind variables asterisk. Asterisk SOQL injection prevention asterisk. The most important benefit is that bind variables eliminate the risk of SOQL injection by preventing user input from being interpreted as SOQL code. Asterisk performance asterisk. Bind variables can improve query performance because Salesforce can cache and reuse query plans when the query structure remains the same, even if the variable values change. Asterisk clarity asterisk. Bind variables make your SOQL queries more readable and easier to maintain. Best practices. Asterisk always use bind variables to incorporate user input into SOQL queries. This is the single most important security practice. This should be a hard and fast rule you stick to. Asterisk use string.escape single quotes to escape single quotes in situations where you can't use bind variables, which should be very rare. Avoid dynamic SOQL construction whenever possible. Favor static SOQL queries with bind variables for better security and performance. Dynamic SOQL means constructing the SOQL query string at runtime, such as building parts of the query from a config file. Validate user input before using it in SOQL queries. Even with bind variables, it's good practice to validate and sanitize user input to prevent unexpected behavior. For example, restrict the length of input strings or check for invalid characters. Regularly review your code for SOQL injection vulnerabilities. Use code analysis tools and security audits to identify and fix potential security flaws. Leverage tooling. Salesforce provides tooling such as the Salesforce Code Analyzer that can help you find security vulnerabilities, including SOQL injection risks. Example, a more complex scenario. Let's consider a scenario where you need to query for accounts based on a list of account names provided by the user. Explanation. One input splitting. The user's input is split into a list of individual account names using the split method. Trim is used to remove leading and trailing witty space from each name. 2 bind variables. Instead of concatenating the account names directly into the SOQL query, we use a list bind variable account names list. 3 query execution. The database.query method is called with the SOQL query and a map that binds the account names list variable to the list of escaped account names. Conclusion. Escaping single quotes in SOQL is essential for preventing syntax errors and ensuring that your queries function correctly. However, it's crucial to understand that escaping alone does not protect against SOQL injection vulnerabilities. Using bind variables is the only reliable way to prevent SOQL injection and protect your application. By following the best practices outlined in this tutorial, you can build secure, robust, and maintainable SOQL queries in your Salesforce applications. Remember that security should always be a top priority when working with data in any application.